Afternoon, guys, or good evening, I might say. It's getting over an evening time. Hope everybody's doing well. This is over here. I'm going to put this one over on YouTube. I'm going to briefly talk about the Gravedigger fowl because one of you guys asked me about them and talk about what I know on them and about the Gravedigger chickens. But I want to talk about something else. Also, we're gonna cut the Gravediggers pretty short because they are short. As far as, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the letter and it's on my YouTube channel where I read the letter to you guys. That's what we started off knowing. Okay. As far as me having any facts about the way they were made up, I don't. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The only thing I can tell you is in about 1990, I bred a hen. I line bred a hen. I think she was line bred. I think I made a line breed mating out of a hen. That's a little Gravedigger right there. I had two roosters come pumpkin with blue legs and a white beak out of that hen. That was in about 1990. I ended up losing the two roosters and something happened to the hen. I never did breed her back that way again. The two roosters, I put them on a cord side by side and a rabbit chewed that new nylon cord. It was brand new during the night and I had to work the next day and I went to work for them. And they were basically gone when I got back. So that was an off color. You know, they were two pumpkin roosters come out of some hatch chickens. That's the only odd color I've ever had come out of them, okay? Now, does that tell me anything? Tells me somewhere back down there in their genetics, who knows, that they had something that throwed a yellow or orange chicken in them. You know, that's all that tells me. I can't tell you what, how much, where, any of that. I've liked them, I love them, I've had them, you know, a very long time, and they suit me, and that's the reason I have them. I mean, I don't think there's any better green-legged chickens in the world. Because if I thought they was, I'd have them chickens, not these. I'm gonna feed to what I think is the ones that suit me. And if there's something that suited me more, I would have them. That's pretty much the extent of the knowledge I have on the Gravedigger chickens, the way they were made up. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all big pile of puppy poo-poo like most of you old boys do. I've had them for an extremely long time, most of my life, and love them. Got a yard full of them right now. More of them right now than I've had in a long time. I probably got a total of probably 70 Gravedigger, you know, chickens here, you know, not counting the brood fowl. I know there's 30-something 2-year-olds of the Gravediggers here, almost 40. So, you know what I'm saying, not counting stags and older stuff. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't raise that many of them. Because there's so many hatch peddlers out there, I don't raise them to sell. Never did. We never sold a chicken until, I don't know, about 2016. But I mean, they suit me. Anyway, and I hope that satisfies you, because I feel like I'm not satisfying you guys, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't know anything about them. I don't know the way they bred them. I don't know the way Simon bred them chickens. I have no idea, and I don't think anybody else does neither. There's a lot of speculation, of course. There's going to be speculation, but nobody know. I mean, we got them in 81, 82. You know, Simon been dead that long. He didn't tell nobody. He sure didn't tell me. He'd be the only person I'd want to get it from. But I know they ain't never been a pecan one. They ain't never been a yellow-legged one. There's been them two pumpkin ones. Come blue-legged pumpkin with a white beak, real light colored beak. That's the only odd colors I've had. The hens mainly come, you know, what we call straw neck, you know, but every now and then you'll get a buff colored hen, you know. But the hen's about 90% straw neck. Get dark ones, I get lemon ones. I always have. I breed dark ones and I breed lemon ones because I always have. And because that's the way I got them, and I was so happy with them when I got them, and that's the way I'm going to keep them. Because I don't breed for color at all. I don't care what color he is. He could be pink. If he suited me, I promise you he'd go in the brood pen. Anyway, that's exactly all I know about the Gravediggers. I want to talk about one more thing, guys, and I want you guys to share this over there to all your social media platforms, because it's important. That there's a laying pellet thing going on. I think it's producer's pride. It's just come out. I knew one of my friends, customers, mentioned it to me a couple of months ago, and I happened to be using it, and I didn't know what brand it was then, but I noticed my chickens shut down at one time. They all stopped laying. Okay, and I noticed the chickens started looking, you know, under the weather a little too. And the minute I cut it off, my chickens went to looking better, and some of them began laying again. It's full of weed killer. It's made by Producer's Pride, which is it's made by Purina, and Purina's putting weed killer in their laying pellets too. Just they doubled the amount. And my question was, I heard about them poisoning the chicken feed. And my question was, why would you need weed killer? And all you old timers are going to know. You young fellas and the people that don't own chickens need to see this. A chicken is a chicken. He's going to be a chicken. Whether he's a Pilgrim's Pride chicken, or he's that hatch cock there, or that Kelso cock over there, or this brown red cross cock right here, or he's a white leghorn, he's a chicken, okay? And I can promise you, all the old timers will tell you, you ain't never seen a chicken pen, especially if they production chickens or laying chickens and they got a chicken pen that they keep chickens in with no weeds on the ground. So why are you putting weed killer in the chicken feed anyway? If you got chickens, you ain't gonna have no weeds. If you got some, just scoot that pen over a little bit. You won't have them weeds in a couple of days. A chicken will clear off your property for you if you'll just keep moving that pen. I promise you that. They ain't putting that weed killer in there to kill no weeds. They putting that weed killer in there for the... Don't call me a conspiracy theorist, because, you know, I don't believe in coincidences, you know, and, but I wasn't born last night neither. You know, why would you go put something in that chicken feed? Now, these chickens don't get none of it, guys. I'm gonna tell you, these chickens don't get no laying feed. They don't get no pellets. I don't feed pellets. I feed pellets when I need chickens to lay. If they're not laying. Most of the time they go to laying. This year they didn't lay well. Then they went to laying well. Then all of a sudden they all stopped at one time. I knew there was something up. Chickens started looking funny. And I said, there's something going on here, so I stopped using it. But what I'm saying is, what that chicken eats is going to somehow get through his system and go into the eggs and also into them birds. And then they're going to go into you. Remember the old saying, you are what you eat, from your head down to your feet? Well, when they were filling them full of hormones for y'all to eat, and we had our kids started maturing early because they were eating chickens, well, that's because they were eating a lot of chicken, because chicken was inexpensive. Okay, and everybody eats chicken. Everybody loves chicken. I love chicken. I eat chicken 3 or 4 times a week. But they was filling full of hormones, started noticing how kids started maturing earlier. That was all the hormone that was in the chicken going into your bloodstream and your family's bloodstream. It's the same thing when they putting weed killer in some. You don't think it ain't. So why are you putting weed killer in chicken feed, in laying feed? Because laying hens ain't gonna have no weeds in their pen. Ain't nobody that's ever owned chickens gonna say any different. They do. They won't have them but a couple of days after you put them in there. That being said, you know, it's a nightmare. That's a nightmare that they could do that and get away with it. But it's all over social media. But please share this over to the people that don't normally get the feed that maybe you get or I get, because people need to know. I mean, the chickens don't need to be eating no weed killer. I promise you, I'm not giving mine no weed killer at all. You know, the closest thing to a weed killer mine might be one of them roosters might get a little dust on his butt. Make sure, you know, preventative maintenance, make sure he ain't got no lice or anything on him, or he don't get none. You know, he's grooming himself right there. That's what you call grooming himself for your rookies. They got an oil bag back there. They'll get that oil out of that bag and they'll groom their feathers with it. It's crazy how a chicken, he's a phenomenal creature. One of God's creatures for sure. It's put here for a reason. I don't want to ramble on, but y'all get this out there. Tell people quit feeding all that laying pellet. Get you something else. Get you something else to feed your chickens. I ain't going to tell you what, but I am going to tell you don't have to feed your chickens laying pellets or any pellet. I wouldn't be feeding my chickens no pellet. I promise you that. All right, guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. That's all I got on the Gravediggers, guys. I mean, I don't know nothing. I ain't going to lie to you. Thank you, guys. God bless.